George Osborne's fourth budget, and probably the most difficult for him, as he doesn't want to upset the plans laid down in his previous three. The budget limits public sector pay rises to an average of 1%. With inflation at around 2.8%, those in the public sector will no doubt be aggrieved. I know and appreciate that public sector spending has to be monitored, but from my day-to-day professional involvement with HM Revenue and Customs, I feel the monitoring and especially staff cutbacks have gone too far. The government wants more from less staff. There is much banging the drum about targeting tax avoidance and how much money that will save the government. But I believe if HMRC had more resources so they could spend time getting both the taxes and administration right for the straightforward taxpayer, those who make up the majority of the taxpaying public, then the reduction in wasted time and the increase in actual tax collection will exceed the cost of extra resource. The National Insurance Employment Allowance of £2,000 from April 2014 for small businesses is a welcome measure, especially for small ones. We knew about some of the reductions in allowances, such as the annual pension contributions that can be made, and the capping of rates and bands such as inheritance tax, or the start point for the higher rate of income tax, with some of those measures to start a year from now. But I don't see them as having a large financial benefit for the government, but I do see them as an irritant and demotivator for taxpayers. I'm pleased to see disincorporation relief being introduced. There have been, for many years, tax reliefs to incorporate a business. The new disincorporation relief is a fair and sensible way to assist those businesses that don't need the costs and compliance of being limited but still wish to continue to trade. As expected, there were a few minor changes to VAT, plus there's an advance notice of change in the place of supply rules for electronically supplied services, telecommunications and broadcasting. The new place of supply will be where the customer is located, and the intention is for the supplier to make one VAT return to the VAT office in their own country, with that office then sorting out the allocation of VAT. It was a good idea to increase the level of unpaid tax that can be collected through PAYE. I hope the bandings and the rules won't be complicated. The cancellation of the proposed increase in fuel duty is welcomed. There is a continued drive to encourage low emission cars. The concept is laudable, but I feel the reality of building, transporting and fueling those vehicles is that the environmental saving just isn't there. I would rather the encouragement is directed towards a better rail and bus network. Overall, a budget telling us much of what we expected.